Alright, what's up guys? It's Ali Abdul Kareem from Diabetes TV, and today we are going to talk about the pros and cons of flex pens, insulin flex pens, and insulin syringes. Let's get into it. Alright, so I wrote down pros and cons of first insulin flex pens and then pros and cons of syringes. Okay, if you are an insulin user using Novolog, Lantus, Levemir, Humalog, Aprita, and you're thinking about flex pens or syringes, or you just want to hear information on what I use and the pros and cons of what I've seen, watch this video. Okay, so let's get started with the pros of an insulin flex pen. I have been using an insulin flex pen, or I used to, for about a year and a half, about 18 months, somewhere around that time frame. So the pros of a flex pen, let's see. Easy to travel with. So if you want to go somewhere, it's easy to just slip it in your pocket, a bag. That's a one pro. It's pre-filled already. You already have, I don't know, like what, 100 units in there? I'm not sure. It's pre-filled. Number 3, shorter needles in general. Not all of them, but in general, they're shorter needles compared to syringes. Now the cons are much longer for me. One con is increased chance of insulin leakage. Now, I follow Dr. Bernstein's Diabetes Solutions, and he talks about when we use a flex pen, we're taught 10 seconds or 8 seconds to hold it under our skin. Even that has leakage coming out of the insulin. And that leakage, we don't even know how much unpredictably that causes for high blood sugars, low blood sugars, just a whole mess. And I've been doing that for so long, and I never knew how important, how crucial every single little insulin drop is. Okay, so increased chance of insulin leakage. I'm going to talk to you guys about a tip Dr. Bernstein taught me whenever you're using a flex pen to avoid those leakages. Number 2, have to hold in for a long time under skin. Now, when I talk about that tip he showed me, it's about 20 to 25 seconds under your skin in order to get 90% of the insulin in your body. Number 3, there are no half unit increments. That sucks. There's only like one kind of pen, maybe 2, but it's a rarity. Number 4, increased chance of spoiling all your insulin versus taking a pre-filled syringe. If you are a syringe user, Dr. Bernstein talks about not taking the whole vial with you, but taking a pre-filled amount and take an extra one just in case you break it or you lose the other one, and not to keep it in your pockets because that overheats for syringes. So if you're gonna overheat your insulin, you just realize you have to throw away your whole pen versus throwing away one syringe. Number 5, shorter needles lead to leakages as well. That's one of the reasons why there's leakages. If you are co-paying for insulin flex pens, it is more expensive. If you're paying the full price, it's way more expensive. Flex pens are more expensive than vials. Let's move on to needles.
Yeah, more money, coming to you live from the city of Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
So what it do, young? 100.
I am on a 24-hour.
All right. So, the pros of syringes. If you're wondering, I do use syringes. I use Novolin, regular insulin, and Levemir insulin. It's been about like a month or so, something like that. So the pros of using a syringe: accurate dosing, no leakage. I was so happy to hear that when I started using them. Barely saw any drops after injection. Number 2, they're, for me, 90% less painful because of the longer needle. I know it's weird, that's the way for me. Number 4, you don't have to hold it under your skin for more than 2 seconds. That's a huge win for me. Cheaper for pay versus flex pens. That's if you're co-pay or you're paying a full price for insurance. Now, in turn of all those big pros, it's more predictable blood sugars. I'm not saying your blood sugar will be better, but it's more predictable. Now, the cons of syringes. Longer needles, yes, that sucks. Need to measure it out manually, so you actually have to do a technique that's right so there's no vacuum inside your vial. I didn't even know there was a whole technique. Number 3, more technique for plunging your insulin. Yeah, you have to, that's what I just said, that's number 3. Vials shatter. I shattered my Levemir vial taking it out of the fridge and it shattered everywhere. Sucks. 5, might look weird if you carry them in your bag. It just looks weird taking it. I don't really care. I mean, I'm a diabetic, so it is what it is. Did I talk about the cons of FlexPens? Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you guys the whole leakage thing right now. So if you are a FlexPen user and you're like, Ali, I'm not taking syringes, and you're worried about the leakage problem, I'm gonna show you how it's done. So you grab your pen needle, BD ultra fine, twist it on there. Okay, now take it out. Let's say you're injecting 2 units, right? Inject it under your skin. I'm obviously not gonna inject it under my skin. I'm not taking the insulin right now. And then push it out, okay? Now when you push it out and it's under your skin, you wanna hold the button down for at least 20 seconds. Dr. Bernstein says 10 seconds, but he's like, I don't know how to count to 10 seconds, so I just count to 20. Let's consider it 15 to 20 seconds, okay? After that, let it go, but you still hold it under your skin for another count to 20, 10 seconds. So approximately 20, 25 seconds. And I noticed that I started doing that with Atlantis. I barely saw any leakage. That's a helpful tip for you guys that are using FlexPens. And I have 2 units of Novolin, regular insulin, and a syringe. And literally when I push it out, most of it's gone. There's no leakage. That's the accuracy. Now if you're looking for accurate dosing, ask for 30 unit syringes to get those measurements. That's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ali Abdul Kareem from Diabetes TV. Hope you guys are doing well. See you soon.